YouTube. This video here is gonna be on our 370Z. I know we haven't made a car vlog in a while. This is gonna be for our fast family. All those you and anybody who's looking into purchasing a 370Z. I'm gonna go over really quickly 5 things that we don't like about the 370Z. I'm gonna start first off real quickly. Sorry, I'm in the driveway here. So one of our first dislikes of the 370Z, as you can see here, hold on, I'm gonna show you guys, is this handle right here. Like, why you have a white car and you're gonna put a chrome handle on it? It doesn't make sense to me. I think nowadays most really nice cars or whatever, the BMW and your high-end automakers, and they, you know, everything matches seamlessly. You know, white car, white handles. Typically it's when like cars like with Toyotas and Nissan or whatever, the cheaper models start to have like the mismatched handles like this. I absolutely hate that, and we will be plasti dipping very soon in the near future. I know it's small and it's maybe stupid to some, but it's something that I just really don't like. And then we're gonna get inside the car here. So this car is mainly used for commuting to and from work, but I do from time to time go grab food for the wife and I. And when I do that, one of the most annoying things is in this car, and I know everybody's gonna be like, oh well, this is technically a race car, which to some extent you can say that, but this is just like a small, like I said, just a small thing, is the car only has one cup holder. Now I know that in the old 350s they had 2 cup holders back here in this little area, which I would absolutely love to have. I think one side note that this really doesn't have a lot to do with this particular video, but side note, the 370 fixed a lot of the issues that the 350 had. Like, I know a lot of people complain in the back. You see this little brace, it was in the back so you couldn't put anything back there, but they changed that, so there's actually relatively a lot of room, but no 2 cup holders right there. That's another little complaint that I have with the 370. That's complaint number 2. Number 3 would have to be, and I'm not really going to show you because it wouldn't do any good to put the camera down there, but the clutch engagement point in this car is the worst. Like, I've driven a lot of manual transmission cars, and the best way I can describe this situation is the clutch engagement on the 370Z, or just these in general. I've watched a lot of videos and have seen that for whatever reason the clutch doesn't really engage. Like, the engagement point of the clutch is almost not until the very top or the very end of the clutch. So if you have the clutch 100% of the way in, I'm used to a clutch usually engaging about 25% of the way out or 50% of the way out. This one engages at about 75% of the way out, and it drives me nuts. But I will say, for someone who's learning, it's a little weird, but it almost makes it like stall proof. Like, there's almost no way of stalling it, because by the time you have the clutch at the engagement point, you're already giving it a ton of gas. Another complaint that I have, this is another kind of like clutch related transmission thing. Second gear is, for whatever reason, and I know a lot of people are gonna say like, oh, you just don't know how to drive or anything. Like I said, I've driven a ton of manual transmission cars, and I've heard this from other people who drive Z's. Second gear, for whatever reason, and it's only second gear, is like overly notchy. Don't get me wrong, a little bit of notch in your gears is nice, because it's nice to feel like where you are, like what gear you're in, and like it's just nice. But this is like you're fighting it in gear to put it in gear every time. It's like you have to like force it in gear. It's just absolutely terrible, and it just drives me nuts. Alright, really quick, you guys. The 5th thing and the last thing that I dislike about the 370Z is the rear visibility is terrible. I think this is one of the most common things with any Z, 350, 370, and pretty much everybody knows about this. But for example, if you need to make a lane change and look over your shoulder or anything like that, or if someone's coming from behind you, by the side of you, like, this is what you see. You basically just get headrest and sidewall of the car, so obviously that can cause an accident. And that's probably, of the 5 things, that's probably the worst thing that I can complain about, because that's, you know, can put you in an accident or whatever, which is never a good thing. But that's it, guys. Pretty much those are my 5 complaints. Now, if you realize, if you're really thinking about it, those complaints are so minute. Like the handles, we'll plasti dip the handles. We're gonna plasti dip them black. I thought about trying to find white plasti dip for them, but I'm too concerned with like the white paint on this car is like an ivory paint, and I'd be really concerned that it just wouldn't match. So I'm gonna plasti dip them black. I like the black and white contrast, and that'll solve the silver handle issue. I know a lot of people probably is like, whatever, that's not that big of a deal. But like I said, all these complaints are super minute. So more into the story. I freaking love this car. It's absolutely amazing. But after having it for a while, those are the 5 things that I can think of that I really just don't like about this car, which is so small and stupid. And yeah, you should buy this car. It's freaking incredible. It's so much fun. Love this car. Those are the only 5 things I can complain about. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave some other suggestions for things that we should do with this car.